What's up, everybody? It's Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of the creditrepairshop.com. Yes, making a video this Saturday morning from my backyard. You can see back there. Look at those grass patches. That's where the barn is gonna be. So pretty soon, next time you might see me with a barn construction back there. But in this video, what I want to talk about is some stuff that happened through the week. It's going to be kind of like a little weekend review of what we went through with some clients. Not all. I mean, we got a lot of clients, but these are some of the ones that kind of got my attention, that I think that would help and bring value to most of the viewers that are watching here on YouTube and on TikTok for the short version. But before we get started, something that I want to get across to you is that if your mind, like, because a lot of people are having problems out here with trying to do something about their credit, trying to do something about their debt. They try different things, but they seem lost. It's like a big puzzle. They're scrambled up. They're not getting anywhere. And I constantly look for different ways to get into your mind to let you know that you had a power. You had a power inside of you. It's just that everything is scrambled up. And actually what you're doing is you're constantly thinking on the outside, like you're reacting from outside forces rather than taking your power from the inside and then putting that into action and then allowing it to build. Because when you first start doing that, you're not gonna hit a home run the first time. It's going to take it's a building process. But think about this. This will help you out. I heard this today while I was watching one of my mentors, and I'm going to pass it on to you. If you cannot see it in your mind, you will not be able to see it with your eyes, because a lot of our eyes is a tool. What we see with our eyes is a tool for our mind, because you can feel a pen. You can close your eyes and feel this and touch the point, and your brain, your mind will know you're touching a pen. You can close your eyes and you can feel a piece of paper, and it will know that you're touching a piece of paper. You can close your eyes and you can this water bottle, and you know that you're holding the water bottle. So it's not all just about what you can see that with your eyes, so to speak. You can smell things and you can know what it is. You can, hear things and you can know what it is. So it's not just seeing with the eyes, but the eyes is one of the most powerful pieces, one of the most powerful tools, because we're constantly like seeing things, and it gives us our first reaction. That's where we train ourselves. Like the mind, if it was like a school and it had all of the tools, it had our feeling, had our emotions, had our taste, had our hearing. All of that stuff was lined up, and it had our eyes. The eyes would be the one that was like way up, like the one that was excelling the most out of all of the other ones, unless you could not see, and then your hearing or something else would be excelling. So it's always a default. But if you can't see it in your mind, if you don't believe, if the possibility is not in your mind, you won't be able to see it on the outside. And we see this a lot when people try to repair their credit. We see this a lot when people try to get out of debt, is that they don't see. And one of the things that I wanted to add to it, if I was there with my mentor, what I would add to it is construct it. If you can construct it in your mind, it will be possible. And let me give you a quick example. If you were, let's just say, a baby baby bed that you were gonna put together, and you open up the box and you saw all of these pieces, and you're like, how am I gonna put this together? And then you saw the instructions, and even with the instructions, a lot of people are not able to put it together. But you see the instructions, and then what does the instructions do for your mind? It says, okay, this is an organized way to put this baby bed together. And then but you're still kind of like flustered, and you're like, man, I got to do this. It's going to be tough. You might have these negative thoughts. Why did I even get this one? Why didn't I pay the people to come and do it? All that stuff goes through your head. I know, because it happens with me with some stuff that my wife gets. It's like, we got to put this together. But think about it this way. when you start to put the first piece together, step one. That's how they back you down and break it down, and they go to step one. So what do I do with step one? You get the screws, organize them, put this little corner piece together, and then you're starting to build the possibilities in your mind. And then all of a sudden, that picture that you saw on that piece of paper is starting to form in your mind, so you believe you can put it together. And then as your eyes are getting this screw and tightening that bolt and those screws together with the screwdriver, you start to construct it with your eyes, and you start to see that it is possible. And this is what people need to go through with everything in life, all of us. But when I see people having trouble with repairing their credit, getting out of debt, these are the things that they go through, because they believe, I don't care. When I get clients, it's either one this way or another way. They'll either say, my stuff is too bad to fix. That means that they've already put in their mind, it's too bad, I need to stay where I'm at. No one can do anything about it. But they continually keep rising up because they know that they shouldn't be there, but they're bringing themselves back down because they don't see the possibilities in their mind. So they'll see other people doing it, see other people with success. That they come back up, they say, okay, I want to look at doing it. And then they, like, clients have told us right out, like, they filled out a form to get help, and then they say, my stuff is too bad to fix. I just believe it's too bad to fix. Like, they're coming into it expecting to be let down. And that's part of the problem, is that you get what you expect. So if you believe that it can't be done, no matter what type of help you get, no matter who tries to help you, and you've probably done this with family and friends and relatives who are maybe having issues with drugs or alcohol or relationships or money or whatever, you've given them advice and they just fail. And you're like, they just don't believe in themselves. That's what it comes down to. So when I work with people, when I work with people, I continually, in my videos and stuff that I do, I don't want to try to hype you up to have you grabbing for things that you aren't ready to get. And not to say that I don't want you to strive for more and to be more. What I want you to do is I want you to understand that first, if you get the belief on the inside, everything on the outside is possible. And I'm learning that every day, and I'm putting that into you in these videos. So now let's get to it on what I saw this week. Had an interesting email where a young lady said that she was threatened by a lawyer to sue, that they were going to sue and come and take her vehicle. If you're watching this video, the first thing that to answer your question, I did answer it in the email also. And this is for anyone, if an attorney calls you, which is rare that an attorney is going to call you to sue you over a vehicle, maybe a law office may call, and the debt collectors that work for the law office is going to call and say, hey, you got to pay for this vehicle. But that's going to be something also that's with the original creditor. If you still had the vehicle and they're saying that you have to make payments or they're going to sue you. If it was a debt collector, they just would, the company would be looking to repo the vehicle, and then you're going to be dealing with the debt deficiency with whoever purchased that debt. So, but threaten, let's get to the words threaten. A lot of people think that just because a debt collector isn't threatening to try to kill you or to come and, do some type of harm to you, that's not a threat. According to the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, they cannot make threats, number one, to do things and don't do them. So they can't even threaten to take you to court and sue you if they don't take you to court and sue you. The reason why they get away with it is because, number one, you don't want to wake up someone who might just say, okay, we did threaten to sue you, now we're going to threaten to sue you, and you would win, but the only way you're going to win is if you found a lawyer that's going to say, okay, they threatened to sue me, they didn't sue me, and now that I threatened to sue them, now they're suing me. And you're already struggling with money, so how are you going to get over that when an attorney is not going to more than likely take that on a contingency fee? I know that there's some that are out there, but it's very rare. And really, when they do these, they're only taking cases that they know 1,000% that they're going to win when they do it on contingencies. They even do that with personal injury. So don't don't fall for that. I advertise it for personal injury lawyers, and I know. The next thing is someone. Oh, and she stated that she was on Social Security disability income. So now just kind of go into that with what happened with the client earlier in the week. Also, this is another one. I'm starting to get a lot of people coming to us about this question. If you're on Social Security, you have veteran benefits, you have retirement benefits. They cannot take your money, even if they get a judgment. They cannot take your monies, but you should always fight. Don't just let them get a default judgment because you know that they can't take your money, because they'll try to wait for you to have some type of windfall and be able to take your money. So, but you do have that in your back pocket, that they will not be able to take your Social Security income or any retirement income. They just cannot take it. So even with the threats, and what I tell people to do, and what we just sent out for this client that is on veterans benefits retirement, he was being sued, and I sent the letter directly to the attorney stating that we just wanted to notify you and your client that our client is on retirement income, and this cannot be touched. If you want to move forward, you can move forward. And we also want to reach out about doing a settlement, but going forward with the lawsuit, you might want to notify your client that regardless of what you do, win, or if you lose, you lose. But if you win, there's not going to be any funds that will be able to be taken from you winning that case. The next thing we had, and we're starting to get this a lot, like it goes up and down with this, but a lot of third-party medical history violations. Debt collectors that are sending letters straight up violating the HIPAA Act, where they are either sending out with third-party letters or sending out straight up a letter to collect the debt, and it has the individual's medical information, the procedures that they got on that bill. You just can't do it. I mean, not to say that people shouldn't be trying to resolve these medical bills, but you can't be sending people's medical history out to third parties. You cannot be calling people up about their medical history and trying to collect on it that way. You can't do it that way. I've dealt with several debt collection, medical debt collection companies, and either these companies are new to the game and they just don't know, and they're taking risk and chances to try to prove themselves. But this is, only I used to see this like years ago, like maybe 10, 12 years ago is when I saw these types of violations. But now the way that they're doing this is crazy. And we just had a client that had over 20 medical bills removed off of his credit reports, and it was solely due to this, to the violation. And he is waiting on a letter where they're going to actually forgive that debt, because the hospital knows that this was a violation and that they should have never passed that information over. Maybe the debt collector broke the rule just trying to be aggressive, and the hospital, got on them about that. The next one was debt validations. We always do a lot of debt validations with my company. We never just work with the bureaus. I mean, we already know the delay tactics and things that they do, and we try to push hard to get people to be able to move forward. And debt collectors, it seems like they're going back to some of their old games where they're not getting the information to people in a timely manner. There was a client who was actually texting us while she was in court, and we were like, what's going on with your case? Why, did they bring the information for the debt validation? Because they had just refused to respond to the debt validations before going to court. And we had said, well, when you get into court, just ask them to get the paper so you can review it. They didn't have it. And so the judge rather than dismiss the case, he gave them more time, pushed it back 3 months, which is a while. But again, if they don't come to court with it on that date, then the client should ask to have that case dismissed, because they've given them enough time. They already gave them 30 days when they responded to the court summons, and then they're going to get another 90 days to come up with the information. So we hope that the judge does the right thing and dismisses that one. Next one was settlement offers. With the settlement offers, the reason why I believe that it's always best to use a third party with doing the settlement offers. Look at my hair right there, crazy. Use a company for the settlement offers. And again, we're not a percentage based company with helping you resolve settlements with your original creditors or collectors. We are not where we're charging a percentage. We just charge one flat rate. We'll see it all the way through from start to finish. But one of the biggest reasons why benefits of using third-party service for debt collection negotiation is because they will try to get you emotional. They will try to play all types of games. They will sometimes not even respond. Some people don't even know that if they're working for the original creditor, that they have to present every offer to you that you've made them, even if it's a lowball, ridiculous offer, to the original creditor. And the original creditor will respond, and just if they want to deny it, they can decline it. But they have to do that. And a lot of debt collection firms, they'll try to pretend like they don't have to take it to their client. That would be like if you're in court and the judge asks your attorney, hey, do you understand this? And your attorney just says yes for you. They can't do that. So always have that in your back pocket, even if you decide to try to negotiate for yourself, is that they have to give you that response from the original creditor. Now, if you're dealing with a debt collection company, what you have in your back pocket is that they are buying the debt for low amounts. Even if it's repo debt, they might pay higher for those, but it's still going to be for a low amount, and you can have the back and forth. I suggest is doing it in writing, going back and forth with them. Some of the times they'll say, tell us over the phone, we'll tell you. They'll usually have a number that they already have approved, and you can work back. You might have to say, well, hey, I want to submit a hardship to let you know why I needed to go at this amount, and that's for them to be able to back up if they're if collecting it for an original creditor, so they can have some backup on what the reasons why they even submitted that amount to them, or why they might suggest that they take it. And if it's with the debt collection company itself, at least if they had a hardship, they could say, hey, this justifies us going ahead and settling this. I don't think that we're going to be able to get more. So that's what you have to do. And there's a little bit more, it's a filling out process. You have to get with whoever's going to manage your specific account, try to build a relationship with them. That's one of the big value points of dealing with our company, is that we have relations with a lot of these companies where we've said, hey, we got someone here that wants to settle an account, and let's just move forward, so the individual can move forward. Let's just try to work something out between company and company so this individual can move forward. Because if you really think about it, debt collection company is and that person that's on the phone is just a representative. They have no skin in the game for the money. And same with us, we have no skin in the game for the money. So it's better to have those types of people resolve it, and the company is able to move forward with whatever they make in profit, and then individuals able to move forward with not having that hang over their head. And trust me, that's a big benefit. Not having something like that hanging over your head, even if you have to do a settlement, and it might even be a little bit higher than you wanted, but it's sometimes when it's resolved, and you're able to move on. And I think that's a good thing for everybody. That's a good thing for the companies if they prove it. It's a good thing for you, It's a good thing for us to be able to help you to be able to get through that. All right, so I'm in the video here. If you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch the video, what makes us different, so you can see my 8-point validation process, my two-phase settlement process. If you need your credit reports and scores, go to the website your3scores.com. And we also have the FICO scores. That link is below this video. You need to look at those because you can see what credit card companies, automobile companies, and mortgage companies will see, and how their first level of rating you on your pre-approval process. You have debt collectors coming after you. Grab my 3-pack of letters: statute of limitations letter, cease and desist collection activities letter, and debt validation letter. Links are below this video. Please make a donation if you get the free pack. If you get the other pack, it's an upgraded version based on what I'm seeing, adjustments that debt collectors are making now. But regardless, both of them can still do the job. Thank you for your time. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Post your questions and comments. This is Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of thecreditrepairshop.com. Until next time.